Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to go ahead and do my review video on My Little Pony, on the Season 6 finale of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And I probably should have done this review video a while ago the finale also got leaked as well. But I just got caught up, got busy doing some other stuff lately. But anyway, so yeah, sorry if I should have done it earlier. But anyway, so in this episode, it first starts off with Twilight, Starlight, and Spike going downstairs with a box of books, and they were helping her move them to a different part of the castle. And then at one point, Derpy accidentally crashed into Twilight's castle while delivering some mail. And the mail that Derpy was delivering was actually for Starlight, and unfortunately, I mean, it's no surprise that Derpy accidentally crashed into their castle because it's Derpy, but at the same time, we love Derpy because of how cute she is, and she just tried her best to satisfy those around her, and she's a male pony, but I mean, as just I love Derpy, I just had to address that, but anyway, sorry, but like I said, and then it was, like I said, it was actually a letter to Starlight, and it was telling her about the ponies from her old village. It was actually an invitation to the annual Sunset Festival, and apparently she did not take that too well for some reason. And so after the intro, Starlight ended up having a dream about it as well. However, in that dream, things did not go out well when she arrived, and apparently she was getting laughed at for some reason. Then Luna appeared, and that's where Luna told her that the feelings in her dreams were real, and she was also being an encouragement to Starlight. Hang on just a second. Sorry, wanted to clean my glasses there for a little bit, but anyway, so Luna was actually an encouragement to Starlight, and so in that dream. And so in the next morning, Starlight told the rest of the main six about how she feels about going back, and they were fairly encouraging to her. And that's where Twilight suggested that Starlight brings a friend with her. So she chooses Trixie. She chooses to bring Trixie along, which kind of makes sense since they got along really well earlier in the season. But it would have made sense if she took Twilight. I mean, because Twilight was a part of what helped Starlight to reform, but I still think either way, Starlight's had plenty of time to has gotten to hang out with Twilight a lot this season though. But anyway, so once Starlight and Trixie got to the village, the ponies in that village were actually really happy to see her. However, Starlight still felt nervous. In fact, she got so nervous that she actually ended up leaving the village and returning to Ponyville. However, Trixie did suggest that she move on and pretend it never happened, which I think was a pretty good advice from Trixie, I'm not gonna lie. So once Starlight and Trixie got back to Ponyville, she had told Pinkie about what happened, and apparently Starlight got a weird response from her, and then she came across AJ and Rarity and told her about what happened. And apparently they ended up laughing at her situation. Then Fluttershy and Artie came by, and they acted pretty strange as well. And so then Starlight went to Twilight's castle for some help. However, Twilight then came to the door as well, and that's where Starlight told Twilight what happened. And Spike wasn't very nice to Starlight. He seemed kind of crabby. So Twilight told her, but once Twilight came by, she had actually told her not to go back to the village. She also told her that if she was worried about what they thought of her before, that it would get way worse. So Starlight was surprised at the advice that Twilight gave her. And that's where she noticed that there was something off about Twilight as well. And so later on that night, Starlight had another dream about her in that village, and this time she saw the main six in it. However, they didn't seem too happy either. Twilight told her not to talk to them. However, in that dream, Luna appeared again, only this time she was asking for help, and told Starlight that the changelings were back. Which kind of explains why the main six were acting weird. Or, like, not themselves, because it wasn't them. But anyway, so Starlight after Starlight woke up, she woke up Trixie, which was actually at a very early, really early in the morning. And it was kind of funny hearing all the things that Trixie was saying in her sleep. But anyway, so then Trixie and Starlight went, after Starlight woke Trixie up, they went into the main room of the castle to see what else was going on. And for one thing, they were also mistreating Spike. But actually, that's not Spike. And so then Twilight opened up, or a changeling pretending to be Twilight, opened up a magical portal to get a hold of Chrysalis. That's where the changelings finally unrevealed themselves. No, not only that, but the princesses of Camelot were captured as well. So once they closed the door, that's when the changelings came out, and that's where Starlight and Trixie used an invisible spell to make sure they're not spotted. And then they did manage to get out of the castle without being spotted. However, Trixie did not like what was going on. But knowing her, I honestly don't see why she needed to be so scared of this situation. Since she's a pony that loves going all out with magic, and knowing her with some of the magic that she could use, she could handle this situation pretty well. And then Thorax appeared, and I must say, it was good seeing him again. And his wings looked different too. And however, that's where Trixie freaked out when she saw Thorax. But Starlight did manage to make sure that Trixie was fine and tried to get some information about Thorax and what was going on. And also, Starlight had to make sure that it really was Thorax, and Starlight did get some proof that Thorax was Thorax and not pretending to be another changeling. And then Discord had appeared, and he had, I think the info that Thorax gave was probably from the earlier episode in the season where we met Thorax. But like I said, then Discord finally appeared, and he had to do some chaotic magic stuff to prove that it was really him and not a changeling. So then Starlight told Discord that the main six and Spike were captured. However, when he heard that Fluttershy was captured, he did not take that too well, which really means that he really does like and care about her a lot. So Starlight told Discord that Fluttershy and her friends were located in the Changeling Kingdom. So Discord teleported him, Starlight, Trixie, and Thorax to the Changeling Kingdom. And so in part 2, that's where they make their way into the hive. However, nothing other than changeling magic works in the Changeling Kingdom, but that's why they had Thorax to get them through it. However, at one point, as I kept going, even Thorax got lost in it, and at one point, Trixie got hungry. But Thorax wasn't ever since he met Spike, since changelings only get hungry when it comes to love and evil and the evil things they want to do about it. And that's actually a part of why Thorax's wings look different, because of how he changed. Then at one point, Discord shouted out that he has to save Fluttershy, and that caused some changelings to come after them after hearing Discord. However, Trixie did use some of her smoke bombs to help get past them. And then at one point, after they got past those changelings, they came across some changeling guards. So Discord decided to distract them with some jokes while while Starlight, Trixie, and Thorax go through a door that gets them closer to where the main six and the others are captured, and Trixie was I think she was surprised that had worked. Then after Discord got past the guards, he actually ended up getting separated from Trixie, Starlight, and Thorax somehow. And then he came across some other changelings pretending to be Fluttershy and crying as well. But then Discord finally decides to meet back up with Thorax, Trixie, and Starlight. So then they come up with a new plan. Then Discord that was with them was actually a changeling. So Trixie used a magic trick on Discord, or should I say the changeling pretending to be Discord. And after that's where Thorax and Starlight continue to make their way towards the area where their friends are located. And yep, that's also where Trixie got captured as well. And however, but then Twilight or Starlight finally found the area where her friends were located, and apparently they were hanging in some of that changeling gooey stuff, and the kind of stuff that and it was actually that they put them in some like little gooey cocoon that Chrysalis used to capture Celestia in at back at the Camelot wedding. And in that room, that's where Chrysalis appeared, and that's also where more Starlight ended up getting captured by some more changelings as well. Sorry if my grammar was bad there, but yeah, that's where Starlight ended up getting captured by some changelings as well, and her hooves got caught up in some little of that changeling gooey stuff. However, Chrysalis used her magic to unreveal Thorax. That was pretending to be Starlight. So the real Starlight tried to do her part in saving her friends, which was actually, I think it was on some like throne behind Chrysalis when she was talking to Thorax. And Chrysalis did not want to hear about Thorax, but she ended up finding him in her kingdom. However, Chrysalis did manage to find Starlight sneaking behind her, trying to do what she can to save her friends. Then at one point, Chrysalis decided to take away Thorax's magic powers. However, that ended up being a good thing, because now he got a new form, which I think looked pretty cool. His new look, he kind of looks like a deer, but a colorful one, of course. and he did look, it looked pretty cool, that new cool form of his. And not only that, but he ended up becoming the leader of the changelings, which kind of makes sense since he was the first changeling to become a good one, or as far as what we've seen. And the other changelings got new forms as well. Now all the changelings except Chrysalis got a new form, because I think it's because Chrysalis would not give up her love, or she only cared about wanting to eat and take it away instead of giving it. And all the other changelings got new colorful forms as well, because all of those changelings learned to love and not to take it. And by doing so, not only did they save the main six, the Princess, Discord, Spike, Shining Armor, and Flurry Heart, yeah, they were captured too, but they also managed to blow up part of the hive. Yeah, I think it's called a hive. I mean, I guess in a way it would make sense, because whenever they fly, it kind of sounds like wasps and those two sharp teeth. And so, but anyway, so Starlight filled them in about what happened, and also at the ending part of their mission, and Starlight had filled in Twilight about the ending part of their mission as well. However, Chrysalis was still not down and out just yet. Starlight told her a bit of how she changed, thinking she would motivate Chrysalis to change as well. And I think it, and I and she, and she thought it would work, and I thought it would work as well, but unfortunately it didn't. So Chrysalis ended up admitting defeat by flying away. So after Starlight left the Changeling Kingdom, she decided to go back to that village for the Sunset Festival. And she decided to invite her friends as well, who were captured, to come too. And so, yeah. So overall, I thought this was a pretty good finale. However, at the same time, I was actually kind of disappointed that we didn't get a song for this finale, since the past 5 finales got a song. And also at the end, it didn't show all the background ponies and all the other supporting ponies and the younger ones like the CMCs, Diamond Tiara, Silver Spoon, and Snips and Snails or Pip. Yeah, and like Sakura, they didn't it didn't show a big picture of of the ponies that you mostly see throughout the show. But my guess is they wanted to have a little more casual ending to the season, which, I guess I'm fine with that. But anyway, so, and I also like how Starlight, Discord, and Trixie and Thorax got a big role in this episode, because it totally shows how important they are to the show. And I think, and especially for the fact that they got a role in this finale. And my guess is the Changeling Castle, or Hive, is going to look a lot nicer since they all reformed and they all look colorful, so it would make sense to make it look nicer. And I am so stoked for the next season. However, I mentioned this in my review video for the Season 5 finale. I do not use this channel as much, but if you guys want to check out my gaming channel, I'll put a link in the description for you guys to check out as well. And like I said, I'm so stoked for Season 7 of My Little Pony that will be coming out in the spring of 2017. So yeah. And this is my review video on the Season 6 finale of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Alright, thanks guys. Alright, bye.